Hey guys, what's going on? So today I'm a little stuck at home. So what I thought I'd do is I'd get a few things together and experiment with bokeh. Bokeh's the thing that happens when the background of your image is blurred and your foreground is sharp, like your subject, and the lights in the background all go soft and like round and stuff like that, and it creates a really great picture. We're just gonna mess around with a few things. I've got some Christmas lights, and I've got like a jug, and we even got a little pocket watch. So yeah, let's get to it. So for this first shot, all I wanted to do is take this jug here with this rope around it, and I wanted to create like these lights coming out of it, like fairies or something coming out the top of it. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this on the table, and we're going to use this background, which is literally just a frame with a black sheet on it. And to create the lights coming out the top, what we're going to use is some good old-fashioned Christmas lights. The only problem is I've got to untangle these things. Finally, I've untangled these lights. Feels like Christmas. So what we're going to do with these lights now is we're going to stick these on the background. We're going to dangle them down onto the background just like this, and then turn them on. So as you can see, I've just set up the first shot, and what we've got here is we've got the jug on the table, and on the background we have the Christmas lights just dangling down from a little clip that I've put there. So they're all just dangling down, and it's good to double them up as well. Over here we have the softbox, and the softbox is actually pointing just to the side of the jug, and we've got the flash in the back here. I'm using the Nissan DI700A. It's a great flash, comes with a wireless. The wireless is on the camera here, all set up. I've got my camera on the tripod on the side, and I'm using the 50mm 1.8 lens. So the 50mm 1.8 lens that's on the camera is the key thing for this. What we want is we want equal distance from the camera to the subject, and then from the subject all the way over to the lights at the back. And we want the 1.8 lens. That will give us quite a lot of bokeh in the background. The lower the number, the more bokeh we're going to get. So 1.8 is going to be really good for this. So we're ready to take the shot. So as you can see, the lights, the jug and the camera are all lined up, and what you want to do is you want to get the lights to look like they're coming out of the jug on the camera. Once you've got that, and my settings on the camera is 1/100th of a second, at F1.8, at ISO 100. The flash is on TTL, which is like automatic, and the lens is on manual focus, and I make sure I'm focused on the jug. So once I've got all that set up, we're just going to take the shot. The flash has gone off, and we're going to have a look at the shot. So for this next shot, we're going to do a similar thing, but we're going to change the circles of the bokeh into a shape using some black card and the lens cap from our 50mm lens. Let's get started. So we've got the black card and we've got the lens cap, and what we're going to do with the lens cap is we're going to draw around it So I'm going to put it on the card and get a pen or a pencil. I'm just going to draw around. Like so. I don't know if you can see that, but we're going to cut that out now. So we've cut that out. It's a rough circle, and what we're going to do with that, we're going to draw a design on it. I want to go for a heart, so I'm going to draw a decent sized heart in the middle of the circle, and we're going to use a craft knife to cut this circle out. So there you go, we have a heart shape, sort of, in the black card. So, once you've cut out your sort of heart shape, this, because we drew around the lens cap, it should fit nicely inside your lens, just like that. And we're going to take the same shot, and this will change the shape of the lights. So let's get to it. Right, so I set the second shot up. I've got the lens on the camera with the bit of cardboard that we cut the heart out on, and what I've got here is I've got a little statue of Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse getting married, which I thought was quite nice. The lights in the background, I've changed the background to like a soft pink background, and the lights are a bit more across the background rather than straight up. And I have the softbox off to this side, off to the left this time, facing directly down onto the little statue. So also, if you can see here, I've got an extra flash that's directly pointed behind the statue. It's hidden from the camera by the statue, and once I take the picture, this one's going to be acting like a slave. So once this one flashes, it's going to tell this one to flash, and what's going to happen is it's going to give a nice little halo around the back of the statue. So the settings I've got on the camera is 1/3 of the second. I've got that because those Christmas lights on the background seem a bit dark, so I want a slight long exposure just to bring them up a bit. I've got it at F1.8 again, just so they blur out, and I've got it at ISO 100. The lens is at manual focus again, and it's focusing on the statue. Because it's at a slight long exposure, I'm going to put the camera on the tripod again, and I'm going to have a 2-second delay timer. So once I press the shutter, the flash will go off, and that will tell the other flash to flash back and give that halo. So we're going to try that now. And there we go. Let's just check that. Yeah, and that looks great. So here's the picture. So that looks fantastic, doesn't it? So you can see the card that's in front of the lens makes the lights in the background turn into little hearts. I know I didn't cut it out very well, but you can do a better job. And if you want, you could actually use a love heart hole punch or any other shape hole punch, and it'll work the same way. For this final shot, I've put up a green background, and I've got multicoloured Christmas lights, and they're more compact together. And for the subject, I've got this little pocket watch. I've opened it up and propped it up, and I've put it on top of a piece of glass. This is just a piece of glass from a picture frame. This will give us a little bit of a reflection of the lights. I've put it on the edge of the table, and on the table I've put another green sheet just to match the background. The camera's on a Gorilla Pod this time and it's on the table, so I needed it close as I could to the subject, which is the pocket watch, and the piece of glass underneath it. It's a much tighter shot. There's the same distance between the camera, the subject and the background still, and I've just put it on manual focus and it's pointed at the stopwatch. Now the settings that I've got is 1/5 of a second. It's still on a 2-second early timer because of the long exposure, and I've got a F1.8 still and ISO 50 this time. I think it was a bit too bright, so ISO 50, and above you there is the softbox, and that's pointing down onto the subject. Also, I have over on this side, I've got another flash on a chair that's pointing directly at the background, and this just eliminates the edge of the table and just makes it a more clean shot. So all I need to do now is press the shutter and take the shot. So there you go, that's a really good shot. So you've got the nice green background and the colourful different coloured lights all blurred out, and you can see the reflection in the piece of glass. The stopwatch is nice in focus, and I think it just makes a really good shot. So there you go, 3 different pictures all using the same technique, putting Christmas lights in the background and blurring them out to create a really nice bokeh effect. So I really hope you had fun watching this video, and I hope you learned something. Don't forget to press that subscribe button and comment and tell me what you thought. And I'll see you next time. See ya!